Hello, this is Catherine Marie, and you are listening to Long COVID Real Talk podcast. I wanted to talk today about how to go to an amusement park with long COVID. So, the first thing that I recommend is, if you have not already, getting a disability placard. There's a form that you can fill out, and your primary care provider can sign it, or your long COVID provider if you have one. And that will allow you to park closer than a really long walk away from the entrance. I recommend bringing a water bottle or a little snack or something in your pocket, and money so that you can buy snacks at the amusement park. I also recommend bringing earplugs just in case something is really, really loud, sunglasses, putting on sunscreen, and wearing a hat. I don't know about where you live, but where I live and the amusement park I went to, it was very, very sunny and there was not a lot of shade. So, especially with long COVID people having light sensitivity, I have purchased particularly dark sunglasses, and I took one of my husband's baseball caps, and there I was. I went to town. So when we came inside, I immediately rented a scooter. It took a lot of energy and humility to rent a scooter. It was hard to rent the scooter. I didn't want to rent the scooter, but I talked to a couple of friends of mine who have long COVID that I've met through either this podcast or another podcast. And I also asked in one of the Facebook groups for long COVID for support, and I got overwhelming support, and I felt so cared for and just supported. And I got the scooter, and it was really quite expensive. I think it was $55 or $60 to rent it. I was just kind of like, whoa. But I was it was embarrassing to have to rent a scooter, but I remember one of the people that I reached out to said something like, you're going to really be glad you have it because you're going to make it so that you're not slowing down the rest of the group. And it will help the whole, time at the amusement park to be more seamless than having to wait for you and, all that. And I thought, oh, that's a good point. So, and it was good because there was a basket in the front of the scooter, and the rest of the people in my group were able to put their stuff in the basket. And I was the designated person who usually was the one that did not go on the ride and stayed with all the stuff. I did go on one ride. I went on the merry-go-round with my daughter. But I did not go on any roller coasters or any swinging rides or anything like that because, as you know, it is really easy to feel dizzy just from moving my head, let alone being on a roller coaster. So I knew that was not going to be a good idea. But other than that, I think the only other thing I would recommend is making sure you bring Excedrin or Motrin or whatever you take for headaches, because I got a headache that I think was based on the sunlight, and I asked a bunch of people around me if they had Motrin or Tylenol, and nobody did. So I just kind of suffered through. But it would have been nice to have medicine so that I could take it while I was at the amusement park. But other than that, that's pretty much all I have for how to go to an amusement park with long COVID. A lot of it is similar to how to go on a plane, and go through the airport with a wheelchair and everything. A lot of it's just coming to terms with your new reality. We don't know if it's going to be our forever reality or if it's just going to be for a few years, but it's reality. So we gotta do what we gotta do, you know. So anyway, that's it for now. That's all I have. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk again real soon. Okay, take care. Bye.